Give us a good view, please. Alright, it's alright, I guess. 5 red lights, pretty short hold there, and it's lights out, and away we go. And check this out, it's made a brilliant start there in the Red Bull. He's already side by side with VR, and Guna in the Alpha is also trying to go for a move on the Merc. Oh, check, just hitting the back there of the Mercedes. They're going 3-4 wide there with both the Renaults at the back, but it's still as you like for the top 4, top 5 with Liam.
Souvenir's damage, I think,
holding
right?
on
Souvenir's damage.
Position. Just about making it through the S's all right by the looks of things here.
Yeah, the Racing Point missing at least one end plate from what I can see, Harry. That could be crucial for the championship. Oh, it gets very close to Lil Wiggy as well. He's down to 14th. He's had a horrible start. I think Clock's got away without damage as far as I can tell. Which, oh no, he's missing his right end plate as well. Oh god, both the championship protagonists have damage. Riggsy lining up a move on Bunny for P8, Harry. He always gets good starts. He's at 4. Tuman got a pretty good launch as well, but he's had to settle for P16.
Riggsy as well will be making the most of his fresh soft compound tyres, isn't he? There he goes, round the outside then. He's having a look on the Renault. Bunny covering the inside. Bit of a squeeze there.
That's close.
Bit of a squeeze. They're going side by side through this complex of corners. Riggsy breaks very late there and pushes Bunny out wide, but he gets the move done. And now Bunny and Clock are going side by side here. Clock trying to go the long way around, but he's not going to be able to make it stick there. The downforce just lacking there for the AlphaTauri. And Bland on the outside of turn 19. What a move from the Haas, getting up into P10. So Clock as well, I think, will be losing out slightly with the missing end plate, as Summoners does already come into the pit.
He needs a safety car, really, I think. Yeah, top 7 staying the same, but Riggs getting a great start in the McLaren at 5 places. Clock staying out, which I thought he might, because why not? He's going to have still the optimal strategy if he can extend this soft stint. So yeah, he
may as well wait and try and get a safety car as well. He doesn't
seem particularly slow either. He doesn't seem to be too badly affected by the damage. Obviously, he's going to be losing time, but doesn't appear to be as much as you might think. But yeah, we've got someone who's in the lead for some reason. His car always seems to glitch out when he goes into the pit, so I'm not quite sure what happens. But either way, sort of fairly big gaps between the top 10. They're all within DRS of each other, but no one really close enough to make a move.
Well, we can't have DRS yet.
No, okay.
Even though it says that Tuman does.
Yeah, but either way, I mean,
just glitch.
Not, oh, Riggs is close to the back of Colcar. It could be another move through turn 15 for Riggsy.
Having a look. Oh, he dives up the inside. And he's going to get it done again, forcing the Renault out wide. So that's 2 laps in a row. He's had to get the elbows out and muscle his way past the Renaults. But he's got both of them.
Someone's went on to hards as well,
Bland as well as... Oh, Bunny's now going at Colcar. So Bunny and Colcar just swapping round there. I'm sure they'll have probably discussed that. And Bland's now got a pretty nice run on Colcar into turn 1. Is he going to have a look? Not quite, although Colcar locks up and goes a little bit deep.
Liam's looking racy down.
Just about stays ahead for now.
Liam's still got a lot of battery left compared to Guna, and seems to be quicker than the Alfa Romeo at the moment, from what I can see. Although, as I say that, the gap's just changed round, and he's now got Monkeys looking pretty racy behind him. Riggsy 1.4 back from the top 6 now. That's not going to be great for him, as I should think, with the DRS. Bunny is going to come at him. Bland's got past Colcar, who's off the track, so I think there might have been an incident there. And now Clock's got past the Renault driver, so Clock, despite having wind damage, still in the points.
Although they're going back at it.
They've switched back round. I think Southern is really going to struggle with these hard compound tyres. He's lost a couple of seconds to Connor from when I last checked.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not just going to be that he's pitted so early, it's going to be that he's not really in a position to gain the time back either on the hards. I personally would have gone onto the mediums and tried to extend them, but
I think whatever he did, he kind of needs the safety car, being
I think so.
that far behind with damage.
Got Bunny a few tenths behind Riggsy here. Wonder if he's going to go for a move. Nobody goes very late on the brakes there, almost hitting the back of the McLaren. Riggsy again has lost about half a second to the Alfa Romeo of Monkey in the last sector, so there's definitely a clear pace gap. Despite Riggsy being on the fresh tyres, he's not got the pace of the top 6 at the moment, and it looks as though he is kind of holding Bunny up as it stands. The top 6 remaining all within the DRS of one another. The gaps at the front bigger than those at the back. As we've got Liam again quite close to Gunnar, but Gunnar gets a very good exit there onto the back straight.
I'm really impressed with Czech actually, Harry. Sorry to go across you there a bit, but I was just going to mention it because he's looking like a move on VR now. He thinks better of it. But yeah, Czech saying a pretty poor race pace, and he's got almost double the ERS of VR out front, and he's kind of right behind that Mercedes, looking like he could have gone for a move there, but thought better of it, as I think he might have spotted something.
Yeah, Bunny got past Riggsy then with the DRS down the back straight, and then Bland came steaming into the corner at the end of the straight there, almost hitting the back of the McLaren. It looked very close there. Big lockup for the Haas, so that's probably not going to be great for his tyres. And well, Bunny's been released now, and he's setting his sights on trying to catch up to the back of the top 6, and he's already gained a few tenths to them. Little Wiggy's got a penalty already, but he is pretty close to the back of Jib Jab as well. So there's definitely going to be fights for position, as I can't actually find Jib Jab. Oh, as we've got a AlphaTauri, that's Clock going for a move on Little Wiggy as well. Can't quite get it done. Summons gets a penalty as well, so things going bad to worse for him.
Connor just sent one at the inside of Tooman into turn 1, but Tooman broke out and got the switch back, and he's held on to P15.
Predis is looking quick up against his teammate. I would say I wonder if he'll let him through, but of course Clock fighting for the championship, he probably doesn't want to. As Brindy Boy is almost out of DRS of those in front, and in fact we might see a move for the lead here as Czech and VR are battling it out. I didn't think there was going to be one, so apologies for that. The gap was about 5 tenths going down the straight, but Czech has got the move done. The Red Bull driver up into the lead. Are we going to see VR come straight back at him? Yes, we are. They're going to go side by side through the hairpin-esque corner. But Czech remains ahead for now as they're going into turn 19 here. No real overtaking opportunities as of now. Although, having said that, VR, if he gets a good run out the final corner, might be able to have a go into turn 1. But he's got Brindy Boy actually right up behind him as well. So that's helped his teammate actually stick with him. So inadvertently losing a position there has almost helped the Mercedes more than it's hindered them. Schooner goes deep into turn 1, almost hitting the back of Brindy Boy there.
He's struggling. He's still in 4th place, but he's very low on his DRS, and he just seems to be a bit slower than this group ahead. As Liam and Brindy Boy
and Liam
symmetrical
at the
penalties,
same time.
Not symmetrical, synchronised penalties. That's what I'm trying to say. I think though for Liam, he needs to get past Gunnar sort of ASAP. Really, I think he's quicker. He's got more ERS. I should think we'll be seeing quite a few penalties around this track. Just the nature of the S's and some of the corners is quite easy to sort of flow out wide. But yeah, it's been a pretty exciting opening to this race. I think quite a few moves, and we're also looking like we could have a good fight for this win here with VR, Czech, Brindy, Gunnar, and Liam and Monkey all within DRS of each other. The top 6 just keeping that gap to Bunny and Riggs around 1.8 seconds. Bunny, as you say, Harry, started to bridge that gap as soon as he got past Riggs, but since then, for the last couple of laps, it's not really changed.
Yeah, I was going to say the top 6 had started to spread out, but obviously this battling out front's closed them all back in again, and Bunny closes in a lot through the final sector. As we've got Ferrari round, that's Jib Jab bringing out some yellow flags there, Colker pinking for penalty. Yeah, so it's VR now, sorry, down the inside of Czech into turn 1, gets the move done, but Czech's going to get him on the switchback, I think. He might have a go, but VR gets the move done. So great move there from the Mercedes. Yeah, I was going to say, Bunny gains time back through the third and first sectors, sort of the slower corners or the corners where you're needing all the downforce. But down that back straight, without the DRS, he's losing, well, 5/10 in total. And this definitely isn't done, as Czech is almost glued to the back there of VR through the first sector. Monkey, who had dropped off to about 8/10 behind Liam's now 4/10 off him, and Liam, who was about 4/10 off Gunar's, now 9 off him. So they're all sort of gaining and losing time to one another, and Bunny in fact now is in DRS of Monkey. So there you go, he's managed to gain the time, but more pressing matters at hand here as VR and Czech swapping positions yet again. Czech takes the lead back, but VR's coming back at him down the inside. Czech concedes the position, goes for the switchback, but he's not going to be able to get that done, and they'd almost pulled out of Brindy Boy's DRS yet again, but well, as it happens, it's not occurred, as this battling's helps him close up again, and now we've got really the top 9, top 10 when Kolka catches up, all right with each other in this train. Are we going to see anyone come into the pits, go for an early stop? Don't think so. Yes, we are. We've got Liam coming in. So I wonder if Liam is going for an aggressive 2-stop strategy here. We'll obviously have to wait and see. Czech's got the DRS yet again. Is he going to go for a move down into turn 1? He has a look. Lets VR know he's there. Fills the Mercedes mirrors with that matte, dark blue, navy red ball. But he's not going to go for the move just yet. The back straight is definitely the more optimal overtaking area, should we say.
Lots of drivers opting for the one-stop. Yeah, I was going to say Clock pitted a lap before for a new front wing and a fresh set of hard tyres going to the end. And Liam's just done the same, minus the wing. He's pitted for a fresh set of hards, looking to go to the end. So lots of drivers opting for the one-stop. But,
yeah, I was just looking at the mini-map, and I noticed that Clock and Summoners were right with each other. And kind of what you said was going to happen has happened. So well done, you've jinxed them there. I guess Liam will probably look to go aggressive, push the tyres, because he won't really have any troubles with tyres now, will he?
I was going to say, he's got a full load of ERS. I'm kind of expecting him to push and try and get a nice undercut, maybe gain a couple of places if he has a big tyre advantage. He's gaining on Tuman, but I'm kind of surprised he didn't go for a 2-stop, take a gamble, because I feel like that would be quicker than going on the hards. But we've got battling out front again. I think VR's either held on or retaken the lead. I couldn't quite tell. It was sort of chopping and changing quite a lot.
Yeah.
On the
Bland and Rigsy were battling as well, James. Rigsy's now 2 seconds behind Bunny. As we've got Brindy Boy in the pits and Gunnar. So 3rd and 4th in this race pitting. Yeah, Bland looks to be faster than Rigsy, but couldn't get past him, and that battle with the McLaren has lost, well, both of them a whole heap of time here. And now Bland looking to go around the outside of turn 1. Rigsy pushing him off the track. Aggressive defending from Rigsy. And Bland's going to have to settle in.
And Liam's just picked another penalty, I think, right?
Oh dear. As Brindy Boy has only come out just ahead of Liam. So they were pretty tight. Oh, and Bland's lost it. Big snap on the rear end up the hill, and he's going to have to be careful coming back onto the track, because he's now got Lil Wiggy going for the move on him, and Lil Wiggy just sweep on past. So that battling with Rigsy's not only cost Bland a lot of time, as I was about to sneeze, has not only just lost him time, it's also lost him 3 positions as well. VR and Czech still going at it out front, and in fact Bunny now looking pretty close to the back.
Tim's lost it. He's just come out the pits as well. That's not great for him. I think
they're still going at it.
It's a miracle to get anything out of this race.
Bland and Wiggy now having a bit of a battle. So if it isn't one McLaren, it's the other for Bland, and Wiggy defending, taking the leaf out of Rigsy's, but they're defending very sternly there, as we've got the second Alfa Romeo into the pits. That is Monkey. I'm going to, in fact, bring up the tyres now, just see what some of these guys have pitted onto. They've all gone onto the hards, bar Tuman, who's on the mediums, but Tuman is also about 50 seconds off of the lead. Top 2, top 3 all staying out for now though. We've got Kolka going on to the mediums to the end. Monkey's gone for hards as well. So most drivers looking to go for hard to the end, but Colker's gone mediums.
Bland's gone
so
for
he
another
will
set
have
of
the tyre
softs, eh?
advantage. Bland has gone for another set of softs, so he is definitely going to be two-stopping in this race.
Yeah, it's an aggressive option, but I like it. Push as hard as you can. I mean, it might not pay off, but he'll be the fastest driver out on track. I'm sure of that.
VR had nearly dropped out of Czech's DRS, but he just about got into it for the back straight, but he's not going to be anywhere near close enough to go for a move this time round. So the trend of those two swapping positions here at the end of the back straight for about the last 5 laps has come to an end, as Czech is starting to build a bit of a substantial lead here. So I wonder if he's looked after his tyres slightly better than the Mercedes. So I reckon if Czech doesn't come into the pits this lap, then VR definitely will. I think VR probably will be pitting regardless of what Czech does, but we'll obviously have to wait and see him. This has allowed Bunny to close in. Bunny's closing about a second this lap, and VR really late call there into the pits. Clips the bollard on entry. I think he just about got into the pits there legitimately, as Riggsy also pits for McLaren.
I told you, Bunny has good race pace.
As does Czech.
Also as well, just quickly going to mention Brindy Boy and Liam. I was going to say Liam needs Connor to hold up Brindy Boy here, so Liam can get back into his DRS. That kind of looks like what's happening. As I say that, though, Brindy Boy down the inside. I think Connor's just kind of let him go. He knows where his fight is, and it's definitely not with Brindy Boy, unfortunately for him.
So VR and Riggsy both joining Colker on the mediums, and in fact Riggsy and Colker side by side here going through the S's. Riggsy and Colker battling it out. Colker just about gets through there. Great driving from the pair of them, respectful driving from the pair of them, but Colker does take the position and she's up into P12.
Penalty for VR just then as well. He lost quite a lot of time to Brindy and Liam and Guna on the overcut.
Czech just got one as well, James.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, VR on the quicker tyres now, though, of course, and if he can manage them nicely, the mediums, he might be able to take them to the end, although I'm still sceptical of that, to be honest. 18 laps on the mediums might be a bit of a push.
He's lost quite a bit of time as well to his teammate, Liam and Guna. He's lost time to the 3 of them, and he's actually kind of going to be a little bit stuck behind them here.
As
Czech and Bunny both pit.
I was expecting the swap at Williams as well, just letting Liam through, but Connor seems to be holding position, which I'm sure Liam won't be overly happy about. Czech and Bunny in the pits, from first and second on track.
I don't think they're going to be net P1 and P2 after this. No, they're definitely not. Brindy Boy already past a pair of them. In fact, they're going to be out behind Monkey as Connor goes deep inside one, and he's cut across Liam. He's just turned into Liam there. The teammates battling, and really Connor should be letting Liam through. They're on completely different strategies, running completely different races. Liam's got a chance here for the win today, and Connor seems to be kind of spoiling Liam's party by the looks of things.
If that was my teammate, I'd be letting him straight through. I wouldn't be holding him up at all as Connor's doing here. I'm sure Liam won't be too happy about that. And,
yeah, I guess that's how you see it.
With the guys that have tried to get over,
as he has let him through now, but it's well, it's taken a while. It's cost Liam quite a lot of time, but he has been let through by
2.5 seconds behind Brindy Boy now.
And it could have quite easily cost him an end plate, as well as VR's going to try and get past Connor as well. This is where Connor needs to be defending against the Mercedes.
Yeah.
But he seems to put up less of a fight against the Mercedes than his teammate. So that'll probably annoy Liam even more. As well, he's holding up Guna now, but I say Guna is perhaps less of a direct threat to Liam than VR is. But there you go. In fact, they're all battling it out now. Here we go.
What a move this
try and hold it. It's going to be the inside for turn 19, but he's not quite going to be close enough. Although Guna getting a bit loose on the exit, and Czech slides on through up the inside and into P8, and he's now going to have a go at Connor, I think. Connor using pretty much all of his ERS now. He's got none left, but he's trying to defend from the Red Bull, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think, as Czech goes down the inside and takes P7. of the Williams.
Yeah, Clock and Southerners need a safety car, don't they? I think, unfortunately, from a championship perspective, this race hasn't been great for either of them. It was kind of over before it started, really, on lap one at
It's
the
a
first
weird one
corner.
though, because it benefits Southerners more than it does Clock, really, because Southerners is still going to have a 31-point lead with 3 races to go.
I said in quality.
Well, as it stands, anyway, none of the championship protagonists are going to be scoring anything.
I said in quality it'll be the happiest P10 it'll ever get. I think this will be the happiest P16 it'll ever get if it stays like this.
VR as well, actually, we just mentioned getting let through by Connor. Well, he pretty much instantaneously got past Liam after that as well, so Liam definitely won't be happy with his teammate, I don't think.
And on the inside,
Guna now.
Sorry, Harry, but Riggs
Guna gets past.
It's P13, but it's looking like a pretty tasty fight. Riggs tries
Guna's
to hold
gone
it.
past Connor for P8, so the Alfa Romeo up. So he's still going to be fighting for the win here, I feel. Guna's also yet to get a penalty.
Yeah. Both plays that at the same time. Brindy Boy
Predators as well, the only other driver without a penalty.
I was catching his
He
teammate quite
has been passed
considerably as well, Harry. Liam losing touch as well, and now Check on the medium tyres is going to be looking to get past as soon as he can. Bunny getting past Connor as well. They're side by side. Connor tries to stick it. This is going to end in tears, I can tell. Bit of damage, so a bit of contact. And now Monkey right behind. I think Monkey might have hit the back of Connor there.
Monkey's just had to cut a lot of the corner there.
Connor's turning out to be a real form in the side of quite a few of these drivers. Probably his teammate more than anyone else, though, unfortunately for Liam. Who's, probably looking like he's going to be overtaken by Check. By the end of the straight.
Monkey just smacks the back of Connor there. Broke so late into the hairpin. And he's smacked the back of the Williams. And now he's got Bland on the softs going for a move on him. And they've got Kolka going past the pair of them. What a move from Kolka. Double overtake with the DRS. Down the straight. Oh, nearly hitting Connor. Bland hitting Kolka as well. So there's a bit of bumper cars going on now. And Riggsy's got past Monkey as well. So Monkey's lost about 3 positions there, and he's missing half his front wing by the looks of things. It doesn't look as though this alternate strategy with the mediums probably going onto the softs, making it a one-stop, is going to work, as both Jib Jab and Little Wiggy have already almost been caught by Brindy Boy, who has already pitted. So they really need a safety car to get them into any sort of position to be scoring
this is the reason why
points.
This is the reason why I'm surprised that no one's gambled on a 2-stop really. Well, I say no one kind of near the front has gambled on a 2-stop, just because the drop off of the tyres is so considerable. You lose so much time on the softs and on the mediums. So getting the big undercuts on the softs and on the mediums.
Oh, Kolka, big snap on the rear end there through the S's. She was going side by side with Blanding, had gotten the move done, but big snap of the rear end, and she's lost the car, and Bland's got on the curb and lost it, and there's contact between the pair of them. Riggsy picking up a penalty whilst he's trying to get into the fight, and it's heating up a bit here, the battle for P11. This is allowing Connor to pull away, although he's still got to pit. Bland back down the inside now. They're going side by side down the back straight, and is Riggsy going to be able to emulate what Kolka did the lap prior and get a double overtake down the back straight? It looks like he's going for it. Here we go then. He's going to make it 3 wide, but Bland cuts across him. Almost puts Riggsy into the wall there. Aggressive driving from the Haas, and I think that was slightly over the limit there. There's aggressive, and then there's putting someone out the race, and that very nearly happened between the pair of them. Bland in fact has now made contact with Kolka, and Kolka's off as well. So Bland is really getting the elbows out of here, perhaps a bit more so than he really should be.
Yeah,
but he is up into P11 here.
Pretty reckless, unfortunately, from Bland. I'd like to think he just didn't know there was a car on his outside on both occasions, although I'd say maybe once is an accident, twice maybe a bit more deliberate, but that's not for me to decide. I'm not a steward. But yeah, as you mentioned earlier on, I think about a lap or so ago now, the start on the mediums, 1 stop to the softs, not happening, and then I was talking about wanting someone to try a two-stop. I'm actually really surprised no one's gone for a two-stop. But
apart from Bland.
Yeah, apart from Bland. But
I'll tell you what, though,
James, so early, a two-stop probably helps his race more than going on.
We're here now at a really crucial part of the race, as we've got the leader of, well, the net leader, Brindy Boy. He was 2 seconds ahead of his teammate at the start of the lap. He's lost 7/10 through the first sector, stuck behind Jib Jab, and because Jib Jab's got the DRS on Lil Wiggy and is now going for a move down the inside here, it's going to be holding Brindy Boy up massively, because the gap between VR and Brindy Boy really wasn't changing a hell of a lot before Brindy Boy caught up to this traffic. But he has gone past one car, he's gotten past the McLaren and Lil Wiggy, he's only got Jib Jab left in the Ferrari, and he really needs to now get past this traffic as quickly as possible and substantiate that gap, keep that gap to his teammate at a pretty decent amount, because the next sort of 5 laps or so, as Jib Jab pits, as does Wiggy, the next sort of 5 laps or so is really going to be crucial for Brindy Boy, because if he can keep VR out of his DRS, his tyres in 5 laps, 5-6 laps, will probably be in better condition and in a better performance window than the mediums. So Brindy Boy has really got to try and keep this gap to VR over a second, but I don't think it's going to happen, as VR's only got to gain a 10th through the first sector on the mediums, on the softer compound of tyres, to get the DRS on his teammate, although he's not really making any gains thus far. Check this out, in fact, he's gaining on VR, and in fact it might end up being, check this out, and VR battling once again, and that could be a blessing in disguise for Brindy Boy. In fact, it could be a second blessing in disguise, because the battling initially helped him get into their DRS in the first stint, and if they battle again now, then that could help him keep the lead. Silly Bunny is up into 4th as well in the Renault, so he's making the most of his mediums. Liam's 5th in the Williams, and Guna's only about 7 seconds or so off the lead without a penalty, so he's definitely not out of contention for a podium at the least. Bland is now up to P7 as all the mediums runners pitted, as Summoners and Clock are up to 12th and 13th, but I can't see them getting any points without a safety car here, as Czech had a massive tank slapper there through the final sector. Unfortunately, I'm not great with the corner numbers around here. Oh, and we've got Renault off. That's Kolka. What's happened to Kolka then? Because she lost it through there a lap or two ago, making contact with Bland, and I think she's just gone on her own now. I think probably just put the power down too quickly, and she's lit the tyres up. I think the tyres have just completely overheated for the Renault, and oh wow, that must have been pretty scary for the pair of them there, Kolka and Monkey, as they came face to face. I think this is probably Kolka's race, if not over. It's definitely not looking good for her, as the tyres would have blown up, so she's going to have to limp home or face a spin, and she's really struggling to keep control of the car. But we'll go back to what's happening on track, as Brindy Boy getting the fuel light flashing up, so he might have to not only keep his teammate behind who's on a softer compound of tyres, but he might also have to start managing his fuel here.
Yeah, Guna on the back of Liam as well, which is a complete role reversal from the start of the race, where it was Liam looking like he was quicker than Guna. But yeah, we had 4 drivers just starting into the pits. We had Connor, Preds, Wiggy and Jib Jab. Preds and Connor just outside the points, Wiggy and Jib Jab just inside the points. Safety car right now would really spice up this race, I think. But I can't see us getting more.
No, I'm not sure we will.
Oh, Liam's just got back past Guna's side. I missed that. I was checking the streamers on, and it must have happened while that was going on. Yeah, it's back up, Harry. You're good to go.
Alright. Apologies for that. My Xbox seems to be doing that a lot recently. So it's something I'll have to address, I imagine. Right then, where were we? Looking at penalties, Brindy Boy's got another one actually. So he's now got 9 seconds. So unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be Brindy Boy who will win this Grand Prix. In fact, Guna without a penalty now. Everyone apart from him has now gotten one. as Liam's up to 9 seconds as well. So we are going to see a lot of these positions changing round due to penalties. Kolka's still going round, albeit in P16. Tooman has, I think, now been lapped by quite a lot of the field.
Yeah,
what else is going on?
Pits. I don't think you've missed
Jib Jab
too much.
And Guna have got Connor, I think. Is that Connor? I don't know. Liam, sorry, that's Liam. Bit of a train forming now behind Liam.
Basically, none of the contenders for the championship are going to get any points because Connor's now right on the back of the clock for P11. I mean, they need a safety car now, and from the looks of things, they're not going to get one. So after this lap, it'll be too late for one, unfortunately for them.
Clock might sneak a point if he can close up to Riggsy. He might sneak a point, but actually, when he's a long way up Riggsy, actually,
11 seconds.
Yeah, I've just seen that. Sorry, mate. I've not been in the lobby. So yeah, it's looking unlikely that anyone will get any points as Connor is now battling with Clock for P11. Well, that dirty air will be affecting him through the first sector. Bland as well now, who's pitted for some fresh mediums, is on the back of these guys as well. So I think Clock might lose a couple of positions in quick succession here. Monkey's pitted. What happened to Monkey?
He got damaged, didn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah,
when?
It was
Bland.
He hit the back of
Connor,
yes,
of course.
Honestly.
Yes, he did. Yes, Bland I think just clipped that incident, hence he slowed down a bit and ghosted. As we got a Ferrari off, that's Jib Jab. So I wonder if there was a bit of contact there with another car for Jib Jab, as he's just gone off the track and brought out some yellows in the third sector. You got Clock and Connor still going at it, and Monkey has now gotten past Southerners as well. Just out of interest, fastest lap. Kolka's got fastest lap. Okay, so no one in the top 10 has the fastest lap either, and that was probably the way that it's going to stay. We now got the top 3 old plans left this session. And Southerners is pitting. I wonder if he's going to retire, or I wonder if he's going to go for the fastest lap. Might be the fastest lap for Southerners, just to prove that he has got the pace and just hasn't had the luck this afternoon. Someone else as well who hasn't had luck is Kolka, who yet again was in the wars with a couple of other cars and ended up unfortunately being the one losing out from it. She's down in 16th. Tooman as well. He's battling hard in his first race and no assists, but it is last and a long way back for him at the moment. As we've got this battle now still going on. Guna's gotten past Liam on track, although he would still gain the position with penalties anyway.
I tell you what, I doubt it will happen.
26 now.
I doubt it will happen, but if Predators was a real gentleman, he'd slow down by about 7-8 seconds and let Clocks hit the final point.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, would you do that if your teammate was fighting for a championship? I mean, it's 1 point at the end of the day.
Yeah, but
1 point could be
penalties as well. Is it?
I'm not sure on penalties, but at the end of the day, 1 point could be crucial in the championship fight. I mean, I'm not suggesting at all that he will do it, and I'd be extremely surprised if he does, especially seeing as Connor's looking like he's going to get Clock. But I mean, I guess it depends how big of a team play you are, how much you.
I don't know. I mean, the gap's 9 seconds now, so he's pulled out another 2 seconds to him, or second to him.
Oh no,
I don't think it's worth it, is it?
I don't know.
The 1 point.
If my teammate was fighting for a championship, maybe I'd I don't know. I think the gap might be a bit too big. If it was 1 or 2 seconds, I might do it. But I mean, 9 seconds behind, I think letting your teammate have the positions a bit. I don't think that'd be great. I mean, obviously no one liked it when Schumacher and Barrichello were doing it, but that was obviously for the race win. I don't know. What's your opinion on letting your teammate through at the end of a race to gain points in a championship fight, Harry?
I think it depends on the circumstances, to be honest. I mean, I've let you through before to do that in another league, so it's not like we're not accustomed to it. Yeah, I think it depends on the circumstances, really. Like in this case, he's 10 seconds behind. It would be a bit of a farce, really, to let him through. Like I say, if they're within a few tenths or whatever, and you know, if he gains, if he gets let through and gains an extra position as well because of penalties, then it kind of makes more sense. But for just the 1 point, it doesn't really seem worth it. Although he might actually get a point anyway, because Liam's now got 15 seconds of penalties.
I think clock's got to be more than, well, it'll be at the most 12 seconds. Yeah. At least going to be more than that. Yeah, so just set the fastest lap. So proving he did have some pace, and unfortunately for him, as we mentioned earlier, for him and Clock really just having their races kind of ended before they even started at turn 1 on the first lap.
Just gonna go on board now with check, as there's going to be 1 lap to go. This is kind of going to be the move. Excuse me, the move for the win here. If he can have a go at VR, given that Brindy Boy's got 9 seconds of penalties, this could actually be a potential move for the lead. He's got DRS has checked, but he's actually just dropped out of a second down the straight, so he does seem to be struggling, perhaps with the tyre wear a little bit, which was something of course VR struggled with during the first stint.
Absolute credit to Guna, to be fair, no penalties, whereas everyone else has one. I mean, I know we don't really do this, but I've just gone on board, just gone and checked his race director. He's only got 2 warnings, and they've come on lap 24 and lap 27, so we did the first 23 laps of this race completely cleanly in regards to track limits. So, yeah, big respect to Guna.
Oh, here we go, Jam. He's within 3 tenths, 2 tenths. Check this out. This is going to be for the race victory here. Down the inside on the Mercedes. They're going to go side by side here. Check braking late. Pushes VR off the track. He's coming back at him. They're going side by side here through the final sector. I'm sure Brindy Boy won't mind this one jot, as he kind of needs all the help he can get. They're going side by side yet again. Bit of contact made between the pair of them. But check this out. Has got the move done. And I think is going to win this race. Although VR's going to look to come back at him here. It's not done just yet. Brindy Boy is going to cross the line in just a second to win on the track. But it is going to be, check this out, to win the US Grand Prix from VR46 in the Mercedes. Brindy Boy comes home P3. Bunny is 4th on track. I don't know if it's going to stay like that. I think it is. Goon across the line P5 without a penalty. Very impressive from him. Liam is 6th, but he drops all the way down to 8th. Is he going to lose any more positions? Jib Jab 5th on the alternate. Predator's 6th without, or just with the 1 penalty. Brilliant recovery from Predators. Again, only getting the 1 penalty, and it's gained him a hell of a lot. Liam, 6th on track, has dropped to 10th. McLaren's at 8th and 9th with Jib Jab 7th. Jib Jab just missing out on P6 by under a 10th of a second. Clock comes home 11th. So, no points for the championship contenders there.
Constructors though, 8 points for AlphaTauri. That's going to be useful for them. As we mentioned right at the start of the previous year, which I don't think we're going to have anymore, unfortunately. Racing Point could have won the Constructors Championship today, so those 8 points from Predators for AlphaTauri could make their lives, could make racing points lives difficult later on. I'm just thinking about interviews, Harry. Is it worth doing them? I'm kind
Why
of,
would it not be?
well, because we didn't really get much of a stream in it. Well, we're not going to have much of a stream in the end.
I don't see why that would affect having the interviews or not.
Yeah, I guess, but it just doesn't quite seem the same when we've missed most of the race in the end.
Anyway, check this out. Will win the US Grand Prix despite having no race pace, according to him anyway. He does win by just over 1 second to VR46 on debut in the Mercedes coming home P2. Brindy Boy won on track, but 9 seconds penalties cost him. Comes home P3. Silly Bunny is 4th